Hi, it's Amanda. I wanted to stay out of the limelight, but feel I need to make a statement to clear up some misunderstandings that have been brought to my attention recently. Um, I want to go back to the details of what happened at the very beginning of the situation of me being lost in the woods. That day that I decided to go into the Makawa forest, I had it in my mind that I was going for a 3-mile run, at which point I decided that I didn't want to carry anything with me. Soon after starting out on that run, there were a lot of trees down, and so it turned into a hike. About a mile and a half in, halfway into that run, that hike, I sat down on a tree and I meditated, which I closed my eyes. I had my eyes closed, I had my eyes open. I'm just listening to nature and just listening and observing what was happening around me. There were not any drugs taken at all. I was not under the influence of anything, just complete sobriety and clarity. And after meditating, I tried to return to my car, and I couldn't find that path that led me to that spot. I couldn't find the path that led me back to my car. I spent a couple hours within that same part of the forest trying to find my way back to my car. After a couple hours, I got disoriented and frustrated, and picked a direction to go that I thought it was a different direction that I had tried, and I felt that that was the direction of my car. So clearly it was the wrong way, and I continued to go that way. Had I had my cell phone with me, that would not have been the case. So that was my irresponsibility, and for that I apologize. That day I never intended to go on any kind of spiritual journey, spiritual experience. It was simply just a hike through the woods. And I had every intention that day to make it back to my car quickly. It was never my intention through any of this to put anybody in harm's way, to create a rescue effort out of my being lost in the woods. I just want to apologize for any. I want to apologize for putting anybody in harm's way, for any kind of rescue efforts that people feel were unnecessary. I apologize, and I also thank every single person that showed up, boots on the ground, to try to help in finding me. Thousands of people were praying for me. I am in such awe and gratitude of all of the people that helped me find my way back to my family. I can never repay that. All I can do is thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I realized that I was irresponsible, that I should have had my cell phone with me, that I should have had some water with me, some kind of preparatory tools that you bring with you when you go hiking. I'm completely aware of that. And my circumstance, this situation, is hopefully making other people very aware of the preparation that they need when they choose to explore Maui in different ways. I understand that my comments earlier on about this being a spiritual journey may have bypassed the details of what really happened. And I'd like to clarify that I did, at the end of this experience of mine, find the silver lining and the bigger picture as to what was happening. But this was never intentional, and I did not set out that day on a spiritual journey. I set out that day to go through a simple hike through the woods. I should have spent more time in the beginning explaining the logistics of getting lost versus, you know, the messages that I tried to pull from the overall experience. I was naive, and it was irresponsible of me to head out into the woods that day in the way that I did. And it is, again, never my intention to put anybody in harm's way or to require rescue efforts because of my irresponsibility. So for that, I deeply do apologize to the community. I now understand how many people dropped their lives and what was important to them to help me, and the dangers that they were maybe put in to help find me. And I'm relieved that there were no injuries and no serious consequences to that. But I do apologize for putting anybody in harm's way. I should have, it was not my right to be so casual about safety. All of that being said, I would like to thank the Maui community, all of the local communities of Hawaii, and the global community for the support and the love and the kind words that I've received to expedite my healing and to allow me to return back to my family and back to my life in some kind of normal way. Thank you for everybody that helps me get home. Thank you for everybody's prayers. I am in awe and gratitude for all of the love and support that I received.